Overnight success in 10 years. Right?
Bingo.
I think that's a very good point too. And I talk about this a lot because sometimes people, family, they're like, well, how'd you build this agency and you're so successful? It looks easy. And it's like, well, that's far from the truth of being easy. Nothing's easy if it's worthwhile, right? And I tell people all the time, like, I dropped out of college. I don't have a college degree.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I originally went to school and started studying like history, finance, genetic engineering, culture anthropology. I didn't know what to study. I just picked things that were interesting. But it wasn't for me. I got good grades, but I didn't have the discipline to go through those years of school, and I was a terrible employee. And I'm not the best at a lot of things. And I tell people that all the time, like, you don't have to be this super intelligent person or this most outgoing person. As long as you're just determined, that's what I contribute to my success, is just determination. I just, like you said, one foot in front of the other, kept saying no. And I looked at everybody else in the business that fell off. Those that were successful, they were no more special than you and I. They just kept doing it. Yep. And you have to give that. And it's so hard to be patient because we all want it right now.
Yeah.
And then we feel that like once we get it, then we'll be happy, which is not the case because it'll never be enough.
Correct.
You have to be happy in the present and then appreciate the journey.
Well, that's like Simon Sinek. If you guys read his stuff or listen to his stuff, he talks about the infinite game.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And one of the things that I think can help you in mindset and in business, and maybe you've heard this before, but it's like business is an infinite game. And it's like marriage, right? There's no end to marriage. The point of marriage is to keep it going. Right? It's like there's no end in your health. The point of your health is to keep it going, right? There's no end in your business. The point of business is to keep it going. And I used to talk to my company all the time about, hey, we want to be a $100 million company. And I realized, though that is a good goal, and though that is a result we want to happen, I really started shifting what I shared with people is, hey, we want to be a company that lasts 100 years. We want to be a company that can create that type of impact that can then last beyond me, right? So everybody, a company is just a vehicle, and we're all getting on this vehicle, and this vehicle helps us accomplish things in our life. It helps our clients accomplish things. It's going from point A to point B. Eventually, everybody gets off the vehicle. Whether you own the vehicle, don't own the vehicle, eventually you're going to get off. But can you build a business that is so impactful to the people that you serve, both your team and the clients, that it lasts for 100 years. And that thought, just thinking about, man, how do I build a business that's built on core beliefs that could stand the test of time? That is
legacy business.
Yeah, that is like something I'm like striving to do now. Is do that.
Dude, that's amazing because that's definitely long-term thinking, and it's really hard to have that because then the bills will come in, you're trying to make things work, trying to put together, you got to hire these people, and sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, is this even worth it?
Yeah.
But those that quit, they never actually have a legacy or something to be remembered by. And that's one of our goals too. It's like what you do in your practice helps affect the lives of your clients, but also the lives of their clients. So you have this multi-generational impact, which is very rewarding, very similar to what we do in insurance, where we're able to impact the lives of our own clients, the agency owners and agents that we help train, and then now they can take that knowledge and help thousands of their own clients. It's like a micro legacy being passed down. But to your point there, like I want to be remembered as well, not just as the insurance guy, but like, oh, hey, look, here's the charities that we've helped out. This is the real estate. I want to take my daughters around and my son and say, hey, look, that building, daddy owns and this, that, the other. It's going to be really cool to build something that's long lasting.
Yep, agree. And this is why I never understood, like for those who, run a business, you're told to create a vision and a mission and core values that you live by. And I always thought those were insanely like corny and didn't serve a purpose. This is my ego and naivety, I guess, as a younger business guy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you put them on your wall, you put them in your employee handbook, you put them in your thing that you give out to employees, you talk about them every once in a while. But I realized that the reason why you have to have a vision and a mission and core values is because if you don't, the business is all about you.
Right.
And what happens to the business and the reason why you can't scale, now I'm not big by any means. I have 320 employees, right?
That's still really good.
It's a decent sized business, but in comparison, it's not that big. But we started breaking down at kind of the Dunbar theory of 150 employees. We start breaking down and you're trying to get people to move and you're trying to get people to be motivated and you keep going 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. Mm-hmm. And I realized, hey, what's happening, Luke, is the breakdown is that these people, when you are trying to motivate them, when you're trying to push them and drive them, they're all being pushed based upon what you want to accomplish. We want to be a $100 million company. We want to work with 70,000 businesses, all these things. And it becomes where they go, well, that's what you want. That's not what I want. And then, but when you have a vision and a mission, right? So our vision is we want to empower entrepreneurs to live a life of freedom. A vision is where you see the world, right? Where we'll never probably achieve it, but the hope is on Reminder Media's tombstone, if it ever passes away, it shows that, hey, we empowered entrepreneurs to live a life of freedom and we moved entrepreneurs closer to that freedom.